Evening fellow coin collectors, Coin Snatcher here with another video. So there's only one ship that everybody in the world has probably heard of over the years, and that ship was built in Belfast, just a couple of miles down the road from where I used to live. And my room used to overlook the two yellow gantry cranes that were part of the Harland and Wolff dockyard scenery for many years and still are. So being a Belfast lad, I've always grown up with a fascination for the Titanic, and as a result of that I started collecting wall plates and slate wall plates that had Titanic prints on them. So I've got quite a few of the metal ones, but as far as the coin collection goes, I did want to have a few bits with Titanic on it as well. So you can see we've got a few different things with Titanic, a couple of metal etchings there with a 1912 1 penny on it. We got a couple of little commemorative Titanic tokens. We got a really nice first day cover. Now normally I don't buy philatelic or covers, but with this one I thought the stamps at the top were just amazing. The 5 stamps that form into the one rectangular view of the Titanic going down. Brilliant looking stamps, and had to buy it, not so much for the coin because I had the coin already, but in fact you'll see the coin there, but mainly because of the stamps. So anything to do with Titanic on it, and Coin Snatcher is in 100%. So I've got a little gold plated thing there. It's a piece of tat, but I like it. And we've got a Titanic £5 coin there as well. I think that one's from Jersey. We've got a Bunk £5 Titanic coin from the Royal Mint. We've got the other Titanic metal wall plate with the 1912 penny that's fallen down. We got a super-sized Titanic done in gold set against a silver background, and then we got the smaller version as well. The smaller version is the same size as a £5 coin, so it'll give you an idea of the size of the one to the left. It's quite a hefty piece of metal. And then we've got a little Belfast Telegraph is the national newspaper of Northern Ireland, so the Belfast Telegraph of course would commemorate the anniversary in 2012. Finally, we've got a Titanic coin there, and we've got a colorized Titanic coin which I thought was really nice. I think this one's from Canada, Fiji it's from. There we go, Fiji. So stunning, really nice. In fact it is Canada, I was right. There we go. Now that's the majority of the Titanic coins, etc. However, if I pop over here, we do have the piece de la resistance in the collection, and the piece de la resistance is the Titanic Alderney centenary £5 coin. So it comes in a pretty standard Royal Mint box, except this one has the Titanic leaving Belfast docks on the front. And on the back it has the route that the Titanic would have taken. Well, it would have gone from Southampton to Queenstown, which is now called Cove or Cobb, depending how you say it. And that was in Southern Ireland, and then from there it sailed west to New York. And of course we all know that it didn't make the journey. So I'm not really going to go into the history of the Titanic in this video, but if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask, because I'm quite addicted to the Titanic like I am my 50p's. So that's the normal box, and what you get inside that box is your pretty standard Royal Mint black leatherette box. So quite a nice looking box, and if we open this up, inside this we have the certificate of authenticity. So let's just have a little look at that first and see what that says. So now, for any of you guys that aren't interested in ships, you'll probably find this really boring, but for anybody who has heard of Titanic but hasn't seen the coin, stay tuned, I'll show you the coin in just a minute. So exactly 100 years ago, on her maiden voyage on the 10th of April 1912, RMS Titanic left Southampton to pick up passengers from Cherbourg in Queenstown, Ireland, and take over 2,000 passengers to New York. Just before midnight on the 14th of April, she hit an iceberg and sank in 3 short hours. Little more than 700 people survived. It was one of the world's greatest maritime disasters. Her tragic story still affects us deeply, and in 2012 the world will stop to remember the great ship and those who perished on her. So there we have a chronology leading up to the fateful moment when the Titanic sank. You can have a read of that. And on the next page we have the memorial. So the world's largest passenger liner at the time of her launch, RMS Titanic, was a magnificent ship, grand and lavishly furnished, but the pride felt in Belfast at her construction was equalled by the sorrow felt for those who lost their lives. In 1920, a memorial statue designed by Sir Thomas Brock and showing Thane receiving the victims from the sea was erected in the city. Beautifully symbolising remembrance, this new commemorative coin shows Titanic on her fateful voyage with the figure of Thane in the background. A little bit more info there. A lovely picture of the stern of the Titanic. And then on the back of it, denomination is £5. It's 925 silver, 28.28 grams, 38.61 mil. It's a proof coin. It's got the IRB portrait on it, and the Titanic portrait is by Lee R. Jones. Maximum coin mintage of 7,500. I should have done a little bit of research before recording this to see what the actual coins minted were, but to be honest I didn't think of it. So 7,500, but to be honest I would imagine they probably sold all of them. I'm sure there's 7,500 Titanic fanatics around the world. You got the signature of Adam Lawrence, the Deputy Master and Chief Executive of the Royal Mint. And this is an Alderney coin, so quite often you'll see Jersey and Guernsey coins. Alderney coins tend to be slightly rarer, obviously less minted because there's not that many people. So on to the important bit, the coin. Let's pop this out and have a little look at it. So let's start off with the standard side. So that's your IRB in rank Broadley portrait. It's Alderney, £5, Elizabeth II, 2012. So very little really in the way of script around the coin, not the usual Regina, FD, Fighter Defensor and all that. It's quite plain. But if we have a look on the obverse of the coin, or sorry, the reverse of the coin, you'll see the picture of Titanic, and I think it's an absolutely stunning coin. Now, I'm just going to pop this down a second, take off the capsule, and hopefully you'll be able to get a better view of what it's like. So it's one of my most favorite coins in my collection. It is absolutely beautiful. The luster on the coin, it just absolutely shines. You can see Thane there in the background. I think she might be the goddess of the sea, literally sort of waiting for the souls of the dead. And you can see there 1912 RMS Titanic 2012. So it's an absolutely beautiful coin, almost done in a stylized sort of way, with the Titanic cutting through the water, looking very straight and very sharp. And you can see the waves aren't sort of portrayed as normal waves. It's I think what they're trying to capture is how smooth the water was, and it's just literally, it's just gliding through the water. So that's the design of the coin. It's one of the favorite coins in the collection, and yeah, an absolute stunner. So if you have this coin yourselves, guys, leave a comment below, tell me what you think of it. If this is the first time you've seen the Titanic £5 coin, then again, let me know. I'm always interested to know, and if anybody has any questions about the Titanic, anything at all, drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to answer. So there you go, guys. That's a quick little video tonight on another one of the coins from the old collection. And again, as I say, one of my favourite coins. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, hit the whatever icon it is, so you get all the videos as soon as they're released. And have a look at some of the other videos I've done. There's probably, I don't know, 30-40 videos there to have a look at if you're into your coins. Okay, that's it for tonight, guys. Peace and love. Coin Snatcher out.